With no further ado, let's make some noise one time for the homie Rotimi.
Rotimi.
Yeah. Man, it is so disappointing, bro, because this was supposed to be the season where, like, you're supposed to be on the road with them big tunes, man, and make people, like, move their body. But, it's cool that they're moving their body at the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At least some activities happening. How have you been with this, nationwide imposed off season that we're in right now?
Man, you know what? It's the first time that I've taken a break, just sat still for over a week and maybe almost 2 years, man. Like I've either been on set or on the road or hosting or touring or traveling overseas, which has been a blessing. But this is the first time I've actually been able to just sit still and have like consistency. So that and actually enjoy the house that I built. So it's nice, man. Like again, there's moments where you're like, oh, I wish I could do certain things, but I'm quarantined up, real smooth. I got everything I need, so I'm chilling. So it's been dope. And plus I have a studio. So
fire.
So I've been recording. So I have an EP and it's just me and an acoustic guitar, that we're releasing on Friday.
Wow.
Oh, that's dope.
So we took a day. I had my engineer come in, and we took a day just to literally record 7 records to put and just give it out to fans. So it's been cool, like just, figuring out different things to just stay focused. But I think I'm excited for that because that was really organic.
And the fact that it gives you time to just focus on your music, because I know a lot of the times you're working on a show or a movie or something and then recording at the same time. So it's kind of like you're giving it your undivided attention.
Attention, finally. So it's a blessing in disguise. It's unfortunate so many people are affected by it. Everybody's affected by it. But like for me personally, I'm able to literally just focus on music, sit still, relax, eat everything I want. I haven't been able to eat, you know what I mean? So for me, it's been a cool reset button.
Now, how hard has it been, like, maintaining, because, like, you definitely know where the gym is at. I'm sure you have membership, right? How hard has it been maintaining the chiseled physique with this quarantine? Because there's a lot of people who put on the quarantine 15 since the lockdown popped off because they ain't been as active.
Or at least 5.
At least 5 of them. I mean, again, this is like we eat really healthy. So that's not really a thing that like we won't gain bad weight. I think just I have my trainer come, and he's the safest person to be around because he got a kid on the way and his wife, and so he's not going anywhere except from my house to his house. So, so I have my trainer come in 3-4 times a week, and we just do like band work in my garage. So just mentally, it's not even really about like putting on anything. It's just mentally just trying to keep yourself active so you don't go crazy. You know what I mean? So it works. It works for both of us, for both of us here.
I also see before we all got on lockdown, you started into your modeling side. You did something with Sean John and Macy's. And how is that for you? Because now that makes you a triple threat. Yeah,
again, man, I want to be a quadruple 10 threat, like by the time it's all over, because, I promised God by the time that it's my time that I'm going to use everything, every gift that you've given me before I'm done, so to be a part of Sean John now and, you start seeing billboards everywhere and things like that, it's a blessing because it's a legendary brand, we grew up with Sean John for 20 years, So
hey, and them suits was fire, boy. I seen you with the pinstripe on. I was like, hey, that boy Sean.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro.
I gotta ask, man. Probably one of the biggest movies that is gonna hit our theaters or whatever apparatus is gonna come out on. Coming to America 2. You're in this movie. I mean, how do you feel with everything being kind of put on hold? Has it really changed any of the promotion for this movie or this project? Like, what has that really done for you?
As a businessman, man, like as a fan, right? Like I would want to experience something like that by going to the theaters, right?
Right.
As a businessman, this is probably the best thing because now anybody can watch it because they're going to put it on TV. So you don't got to go nowhere. The numbers are going to be crazy because everybody's going to buy it from their house.
Right.
So like it's the way it's promoted now, it's actually it's messed up, but it takes away the fan experience of the theater. But like actually in-house, you know, we have more numbers because everybody's going to watch it because they ain't got to go nowhere.
So Rotimi, it's confirmed that it won't go into theaters. It's going to be a straight to streaming platform thing.
They're debating whether it is. So, but like as of right now, like since we're still quarantined, you know what I mean? We don't know when we're, so they're preparing for that. But it's either way, it'll be a blessing. So either way.
Have they pushed back the release date at all? Has the release date changed any from what's going on?
As I've heard, it's December. But again, we don't know anything. But from what I heard, it's December.
Okay.
Is there a soundtrack for that movie that maybe we can see if Rotimi is on it?
Yeah. We actually pitching for that now, so it's looking pretty dope. Yeah, there is a soundtrack, but it's gonna be really epic, man. So I have 2 songs that could definitely make the soundtrack.
Now, Rotimi, a lot of times people, not necessarily 1,000% about, remakes and reboots, right? But, or even sometimes sequels. But I do feel like there's something that you'll be able to do better than the person who did it the first time. Now, one of the biggest takeaway songs from the original Coming to America was the Queen to Be song. Acapella, one time for the one time, Rotimi.
She's so queen to be. That's all I got.
The high notes from Fuego, though.
There we go.
He hit us with a high note.
I love that.
Note. Selecta.
Yeah, brother, we go the highway all the time now.
My brother, that is the best way. The best way.
I'm so excited about all the things that are happening for you. It's so dope that you've been able to break the acting mold and get your music rolling the way you want it to go. We talked to you right after your finale episode on Power went off, and it was dope to see you pop up in more episodes of Power. Now we know there's multiple chapters. Now, in these various books that are coming out after, are there any Dre stories that we get to see in there? Is there a young Dre?
Nope, I'm good. I'm out. I'm out.
You out of there.
I'm happy.
Live.
I'm happy. I'm happy because the character. If we could have kept that going, man. One, it would have kept me in a box, and then 2, I love the fact that it ended at a place where people were like, "Dang, I didn't want him to die. Dang, the way he died was so crazy. Oh, now I understand where he's coming from." So it was such a cool dynamic that I'm cool with the way it left, man. I'm really cool with that.
Word. Yeah, it sucks that it's gone, but we love it for what it was. And then just even looking at the things that you're working on in the near future, you know what I'm saying? Things that are in post-production, Come to America 2, can't wait for that. If you had to pick your ideal role, right? The thing that you do next, what would it be?
The thing I would do next, the smartest thing for me to do, plus what I would want to do, is probably a legendary romance comedy or romance movie.
Yeah, I could
something like a Love Jones, but affect the culture like a Notebook type of thing that is just a legendary thing that you gotta watch, So something like that just show completely the opposite side of my abilities, from Plain Dre, and then a comedy with Coming to America. And now the next far right thing would be a dope romance.
That's a great thought, great idea. So who would be the woman you would play opposite of with that? Who do you think would be a great person to play opposite of with that?
If my girl want to act, girl,
that's what I was saying. I'm like, what's Vanessa gonna feel about that there?
We was just speaking about profession, bro. It's
professional and unprofessional. Yeah.
I mean, because here's the thing, because a lot of times people do get in a little bit of hot water because they do a romantic scene with somebody, but it's what the job calls for. So,
right.
Has your girl ever had any objection to things that you did, in your acting life? Because, there's been some episodes where you were definitely getting it in. I'm like, let's do this method acting right now.
Right.
I mean, for anybody, it's uncomfortable to see somebody that you would do anything like that. But she's strong, man. And she's like, just let me know when it's coming so I can, kind of prepare myself. But in terms of, she knows it's a business and she knows where we at. So nothing like that.
But are you as strong though, real quick? I mean, in the same vein, are you as strong on the other end? Let's just say if your girl did a movie, let's say with, I don't know.
Hell no, we shutting down production. They are brother and sister.
Yo,
you got it, Lo.
So do those sex scenes get awkward? Because I know that sometimes it's one of the first scenes you end up doing. Some people, they just they do the sex scenes first, and it looks real. Like it looks like those parts are touching. So how does that work out for you?
So with the parts touching, we wear we wear a sock and an invisible string around, so you can't really see the string holding it up. So we're held with a sock, and then the women usually put like a tape or whatever they have just to cover themselves. But it's never comfortable because there's so many people in the room. You know what I mean? So like the director's right there, like, yeah, do that, yeah, okay, yeah, I like that. Right? You know what I mean? So that's uncomfortable. But then you know that there's people watching on the monitors, and plus you're professional. So like you talk about the scene so much that you remember it's a job. You know, so it's nothing like a sexual moment, you know, it's just that the cameras know how to slow-mo here, this and this, but in actuality, it's just really a job.
Because that would be embarrassing if you got a little excited with that sock and that imaginary string.
That's your boy. That's your boy.
Well, we're really excited. We're going to have you on Instagram Live tomorrow. Well, later on today, and that's at 7 p.m. And we're hoping that you bust out the guitar and do a little song for us or two.
I might let y'all hear a little something for sure. Yeah, I got you.
Oh,
yeah. That's fire. Thank you so much.
Rotimi, we're so here for this, man. We're so happy, man, that you're just growing and glowing. It's a big thing. And, you know, with everything going on in this whole Corona environment that we're in right now, you know, like, you know, total honesty, because like sometimes you do have to send people away, right? Who is asked to come by to the crib and you was like, nah, fam?
My boy Woot tried to come over here, and I was like, nah, bro, leave everything that you trying to bring at the door, brother. Nah, we good.
Both men playing the scene.
Hey, bro, I got one more for you before you get up out of there. Hey, man, I don't know if you saw it or not, but I got to ask you because we've been polling. I know 50 your boy and everything. But if he goes into a battle with Ja Rule,
come on.
Do you think he's going to be victorious?
Who do you think he's going to say?
What?
Do you think he's going to be victorious?
Who's going to be victorious? 50?
You know, 50 and Ja Rule, they're trying to set up one of those like Instagram battle things like they've been doing with all the producers.
Bro, gonna keep it honest with us, dog.
You know me too. Yeah, you know. 50 for sure. For sure. No bias. But Rule got hits though. And people forget that he got hits. Keep it 100, like he's tough.
So it's going to be a good battle. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, 50 going to take it for 100%. But like, I don't know if it's a good battle. Because 50 got hits and he's been hotter longer. You know what I mean? So, but I think 50 for sure. But Ja Rule ain't before 50 he was almost a legend in his own right. You know what I mean?
Would you battle Mac Wilds? Because y'all both are actors that sing. Y'all got talent. Y'all both got records. If he called you out right now, are you battling Mac Wilds?
I'll battle anybody.
Ooh.
Oh. There it is.
Yeah.
You can set that up.
What I'm talking about.
Because y'all both got bops for the culture too. And actually, real talk, if they did like, I don't know, like, you know, like Bad Boys Jamaica, Bad Boys, like, you know what I'm saying?
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
Bad man.
Yo. I can see y'all doing something together. Y'all both extremely talented, man. We'll see you on Instagram Live. Rotimi, much love. Keep everybody safe. I don't know who that is floating around in the background, but big up to them.
Girl.
Thank you.
He's safe distance. We just like a shadowy figure in the background. We just see a head going back and forth like, yo, that's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Much love, King. See you tomorrow, bro.
Thank y'all, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Bye.
We are the Morning Hustle.